This website is making 4 million of revenue with 1.6 million spent, and you will see it's not what you think or what you can expect. So we're going to analyze together what they're doing. They're selling like some toys. They're doing it in a smart way. Look, these ads, we're going to hear kids screaming, and then we're going to see the solution.
What a good job then.
So this ad is a bit like a before after, like a bit borderline. Don't try this as your first ad. You might get some rejection and then get some bans. Meta is very hard. If there is something related to kids and you do something wrong, you get fully banned. A lot of people think that to make this kind of revenue, you need to do like some weird niches. But actually, this client is making it happen with this business, so it's very cool. This would not be possible without having strong accounts, strong structure, because otherwise you will not be able to spend that much. If you spend more than 50k a day with normal accounts, you get issues. So at this level, you need to have a strong structure in place. The product is pretty simple. It's Montessori. It's targeting parents and grandparents. So basically proposing them to buy like smart toys. So they don't have that much ads, but they're consistently testing. I saw in the graph they had like a big increase during December, but now it's a bit going down, which is normal. But I'm sure that they will keep up with the volume and keep making millions every month. So they had like a big Q4 and now it's going down again. They have 3.3 on the Trustpilot. So the thing is, there is a high risk of getting banned regarding this. Meta will send surveys to the customers. And then if they don't get the product delivered in time, CPM might double. And then they risk to have all their business collapsing. Because at this kind of volume of spend, you don't want that your CPM increase. You need to make sure to keep protecting it with Facebook feedback score and internal checking, making sure that you get everything in good standing. We'll see the consequences of Q4 coming in on the account, and the score might going down a lot. It's part of the business. In terms of business product, there's nothing too fancy. The shop is pretty simple. Like every product has an explanation why it's cool to play it, and I think like most of the work is done on the ads, to be honest. On the shop there is nothing too crazy, just showcasing the product. Look, there is a Montessori method, because as you know there's schools around the world, Montessori, and the whole thing behind it, like the smartest people come from that kind of schools, etc. Most of the job is done on the ads. We saw the ad before that is a bit touchy, but I think the others are fine. So let's look a little bit of how they structure the ads. So the peaceful theme is always coming back, like you see your kids happy, like sparking curiosity, not being on the phones, something like that. Okay. Yeah, it's just showing like the happy side, but they're not always using the same structure. We see like different games. So here we can see the different products. It's not clear which one is like their main product. They're selling a little bit of everything. The ad strategy is not so clear yet for me, to be honest. Or is it they're just like pushing games and continuously testing some games maybe? There's a feature so we can see like all the new ads like they're testing. Here we're seeing the same results. Maybe like people just see always different toys and then suddenly like they buy. Like here we see the grandparents and the kids playing. Nothing's used. Okay, top 10 again.
What I noticed is that cleaning up isn't something separate anymore. It's just what comes next. When they finish playing, they start putting things back on their own. No reminders, no rushing. They know where.
Okay. That's pretty cool. I think the big thing here is like delivery time, making sure people stay satisfied, making sure that we keep high standards. So be careful if you want to run this kind of business of the ad, like where we can see fear on the kids. It's really important that you keep those at a very, very small ratio, like less than 5%. I think here, like we have very simple products. A lot of people think you have to go like so crazy, like doesn't have to be. And I'm sure they're probably like scaling down because of Chinese New Year. I think if you're at that stage in business, like just go to China, set up the right structure, the right logistics, make sure of the product quality, and then you can have like returning clients forever. So this is those grandparents, if their kids are happy, they will just like be ordering again and again. So it's a very good niche, very good product. I really like this shop. So interesting market to get in. Let me know, guys, what you think, and we can discuss about this. So if you want accounts where you're able to spend millions per month, so it's a month screenshot, feel free to reach us out with our unlimited scaling. We can help you set it up and making sure that you can spend more than 50K per day. And of course, if you want to make sure to advertise as long as possible and protect yourself from bad reviews, low feedback score, we can also boost that to make sure that your page stays active, because you cannot afford to have your CPM doubled, especially when you spend that much. Have a look to our Discord with all our solutions. And it was most from Scaling. I'll catch you up in the next video.